You mean to tell me, my that the Disney evil lawyers went and saw that he signed up for a free trial for Disney, and in the fine print said, you can't sue us? Oh, I'm sorry. You're not getting a penny from us. You got me all the way effed up. The pure evil and the lack of empathy, sympathy, and the greed here. It just blows my mind to know what this man could be going through. Is that what a Disney contract looks like, you savage sons of bitches? You can't even read that shit. Cancel your Disney Plus subscriptions now. I'm definitely canceling mine. A woman a while ago went to Disney World with her husband and was given some food that ended up unaliving her. And since it happened on Disney property, I don't know if you guys know about what goes down in California's Disneyland, the original Disneyland, but there's a saying that goes around that nobody really at Disneyland, meaning they're gonna haul you off somewhere. They have a deal with the sheriffs and the local authorities to the point where you might, but you ain't dying on Disneyland. But the way that this woman died, there's a lawsuit filed. Here is an reporter talking to the parents of the woman. She was an NYU doctor and was very adamant when she visited Disney World, the Epcot park, at a restaurant that she is allergic to dairy and nuts. Here's what the parents had to say.
The parents of Dr. Kanakporn Tangswan, who went by Amy, are still grieving the loss of their only daughter. She died in October of last year after dining at a Disney Springs restaurant. How would you describe your daughter? What do you want to say about her? You know,
she very good daughter. Very grateful.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's very beautiful.
Be proud of her.
Yeah.
Okay.
She worked at NYU right here.
Tang Swan, 42 years old, had a severe nut and dairy allergy. According to a lawsuit filed by her husband, Jeffrey Piccolo, they asked the waiter several times if the food was allergen-free.
They said the waiter over there, they confirmed that. No dairy, no nut.
In the lawsuit against Great Irish Pubs Florida and Walt Disney Parks and Resorts, the plaintiff alleges the waiter guaranteed the food being delivered was allergen-free. About 45 minutes later, Tang Swan began having severe difficulty breathing and collapsed to the floor. The medical examiner saying the cause of death was a result of anaphylaxis due to elevated levels of dairy and nut in her system. Tang Swan did self-administer an EpiPen, but it did not save her.
The EpiPen is great, but it really just saves your life and buys you time to get to an emergency department. It's not intended to be the only treatment for the allergic reaction.
Tang Swan was a doctor at NYU Langone, beloved by her patients. NYU saying in a statement, "We are saddened by her passing and our deepest condolences are with her family." We reached out to Disney for a statement, but have not heard back.
I think they have to take responsibility for whatever because Jeff.
This is really sad. I have an EpiPen because I am allergic to nuts as well, and I don't play that, and I know what that feels like, bro. Sometimes the waiters don't be knowing what they talking about. I remember I got an apple crisp from Universal Studios at the Hard Rock Cafe, and they put nuts on a freaking apple crisp. You're supposed to put crumble on an apple crisp, or the freaking nougat stuff that they put, but it was nuts on it, and it effed me up. We almost ruined our experience at Infinity War. Paramedics came, it was crazy, bro. But even to know that the EpiPen can't really save you, it's enough to get you to the hospital, which makes me think, dang, did she have the allergic reaction, go home, pass away? I don't know, but it's sad to see that this woman died. The husband is filing a lawsuit against Disney because if I say that I'm allergic to nuts and dairy and I ask you, the restaurants don't play. They say they have it in their menu. They take courses for this. I remember seeing a documentary series where the restaurateur got violated and lost his job and went to prison for multiple cases of putting nuts in his food when he wasn't supposed to. So when you let them know, every time you have a waiter, there's a nut allergy. I do it all the time. There's a nut an avocado allergy at this table. They make a mental note. They let the chef know, the head chef know, and the chef knows instantly, okay, they can't have this, and they'll make the adjustments or whatever is needed for that dish. And they take that very seriously, especially a restaurant in Disney. Like, that's even extra, ordinary, right? You're in Disney World. So to know that they were failed on every level, that's bread for the husband. He's finna get papered up. It's sad because no amount of money can replace your wife, though. And she wasn't just his wife. She was a contributor to our society. She saved lives. She worked for NYU. She was an actual doctor. So we lost a lifesaver. Imagine being a lifesaver with a terrible allergy, and she had her EpiPen on her. She did everything right. Imagine saying, "Are you sure?" And them going back and checking, and then, "Yeah, it's okay. You're fine." They did a autopsy on her. She had dairy and nuts in her system. Whatever they gave her, after she said, "I'm allergic to dairy and nuts," they said, "Oh, it's okay. Nothing. You don't have to worry about nothing." Dead. Look in her system, dairy and nuts. Dang, y'all tried to kill her or something? This is some crazy. But there is some solace in knowing, all right, fine, cool. She's dead, but at least that husband is going to sue the freak out of this terrible company that is Disney. For a long time, like they did with Bo DeMaio, like they're hoeing Bo DeMaio right now, like they hoeing Mahershala Ali in his Blade movie, like they hoed and continue to destroy Jonathan Majors, like they hoed Gina Carano. There's so many people that have been hoed by the fake woke machine that is Disney, that this is just desserts, no pun intended, for Disney. They need to pay, and that's what that family has looking forward to them, right? Wrong.
Those terms and conditions many of us agree to without even reading them? Disney is trying to use them to fend off a wrongful death lawsuit. A man in New York is suing the company after his wife suffered a deadly allergic reaction at a restaurant at Disney World. But Disney, for its part, is saying he cannot sue because he agreed to arbitrate any disputes with the company when he signed up for a free trial of Disney Plus in 2019. Joining me now is Amy Feldman. She's a lawyer and...
You mean to tell me, that the Disney evil lawyers went and saw that he signed up for a free trial for Disney, and in the fine print said, "You can't sue us"? Oh, I'm sorry. You're not getting a penny from us. You got me all the way effed up. The pure evil and the lack of empathy, sympathy, and the greed here. It just blows my mind to know what this man could be going through. To know that it's not just enough for you to be like, "Man, you died on our watch. Take this 40 million. You motherfucker said, sorry, your wife is dead. Sorry about that. You signed up with Disney Plus, our streaming service, and in those terms and conditions, you said that you can't sue us. What type of Willy Wonka is this? What contract do you expect us to sign, my n-? What the freak are you even talking about? You freaking savage motherfreakers. Oh, don't worry. I got the contract that Willy Wonka was talking about right here. As you can see, whereas the management cannot be held responsible for any accidents, incidents, loss of property, whereas for damage, what the freak does that say? That's it's smallest freak. Is that what a Disney contract looks like, you savage sons of... You can't even read that shit. It turns into gibberish. Any of the agreement and execution of this agreement, and wherever is any conflict between the provisions of this agreement and any other compliance and such payment of any additional compensation, it shall be the minimum that is permitted it tender. Whereas to the extent that the payment... What type of... This is like a spoof, right? Willy Wonka, this scene is a spoof of corporate greed of an evil motherfreaker, bro. And Disney is that in real life, my nigga. You literally did hold this man with a freaking Willy Wonka contract So you can't pay him after you killed his wife. Y'all killed this man's wife. Y'all killed his wife. And say, oh, you signed up for Disney Plus. What the freak does that have to do with my wife being dead at your goddamn Disney? Because if you look at your Disney Plus terms and agreement, that no one reads, it says you can't sue Disney or any of its affiliates or any of its subsidiaries. Do you know how many companies Disney owns? Disney owns that owns that owns. You could, like I said in Discord, you could be working at a warehouse that boxes up soap to give to the homeless, right? For minimum wage. You could slip on a slippery spot, bust your head, bleed out, and Disney will say you don't get shit. Because you're like, Disney? Why does Disney? Disney owns that goddamn warehouse through a shell company of a company, so you can't get shit. Cancel your mother freaking Disney Plus subscriptions now. I'm definitely canceling mine. Pirate gang for life. If this isn't one of the same type of clauses, if this is not an instance of why pirating is actually good, there is none. Yar! Yar the freak out of this evil company, bro. Imagine how the family feel. Imagine how the husband feel. Disney says that you can't sue. What do you mean? You signed up for Disney Plus. So? Why can't I sue? When you said I agree to watch that CSI show, when you wanted to watch Neverland, when you wanted to watch Mary Poppins, remember that's, yeah, my grandma loved Mary Poppins. I get them, because you wanted to watch Mary Poppins, you can't get damages for your wife. And that means they're not paying for the funeral costs either. Or the medical bills. And you remember when you had to take an Uber to the hospital back, they're not paying for that either. That is time to call in. Time to call in.
Disney Plus in 2019. Joining me now is Amy Feldman. She's a lawyer and author. Amy, it's good to see you again. So first off, anyone listening to this might say, what on earth does Disney Plus have to do with this? A restaurant that was at Disney World. And what does it mean exactly to arbitrate a dispute?
Yeah, so that's a very good question, Ziegler. First of all, most people don't know what binding arbitration is or what the problem is when they sign up for those terms and conditions, which, as you said, most people don't even read. Binding arbitration means that if you have a dispute with the other party, you don't get a trial by jury. You don't get to speak before your peers about why they owe you money. Instead, you have to go with a neutral arbitrator, and it's binding. So if you don't like what the arbitrator has to say, you don't have the opportunity to appeal it.
And Amy, we should note that the plaintiff's lawyers say that Disney's claim is, quote, so outrageously unreasonable and unfair as to shock the judicial conscience. Meanwhile, Disney issued a statement saying, quote, we are deeply saddened by the family's loss and understand their grief, given that this restaurant is neither owned.
No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't understand. You're not deeply saddened, you pieces of shit. You are deeply worried that your pockets are going to bleed a little bit. Just a little bit. How much do you freaking motherfucker? I know you guys have been losing some money, but how much do you freaking make a year? How many billions does Disney make a year? You can't, give a couple of shecklings, a couple tens of million for someone that you murdered on your freaking property? Don't hit me with this statement is exactly what I say about Disney. They're not really woke. They don't care about Jews, Mexicans, or Indians. They don't care about gay people. They want to appear like they care about gay people.
By Disney,
They want to appear like they care. Just like this statement. We are deeply saddened. Listen to this. What?
Meanwhile, Disney issued a statement saying, quote, "We are deeply saddened by the family's loss and understand their grief, given that this restaurant is neither owned nor operated by Disney. We are merely defending ourselves against the plaintiff's attorney's attempt to include us in their lawsuit against the restaurant."
That is in the Epcot part. It's on your property. It's your Don't do that, because you are sitting up here using the same clause that says even a subsidiary or a company that we own or affiliated with. Affiliated, which means they do. Here's how they could invite, like in Universal Studios. If you're in LA and you have a booming taco truck, Los Macos Tacos, and you make lots of money and everybody loves your tacos, Universal Studios or Disneyland, let's use Disneyland. Disneyland can say, hey, love your food, think it's great. What do you think about coming on to the park and actually selling on the park? You know, in official capacity at Disney. Okay. Ding, ding, ding. You're affiliated with them. If you somebody, they can't pay. But no, when people pay for a ticket to Disney World and they go through those gates, everything that they see, them customers, is Disney. And should be protected as if it is such. Don't try to deviate and try to say, yo, we don't F with them like that. You F it with them like that when I go to the that freaking pretzel place to get a pretzel, and that's $30. $13 for a motherfucking Coke. We paying the Disney tax on that. Them little motherfuckers with the ice cream. Cling, cling. I ain't talking about the sophisticated. I'm talking about the cart where you cling, cling with the bell. They got the hot ice in there to keep it frozen. The little old Tweety Bird ice creams, a Blue Bunny ice cream, a regular motherfucking 99-cent store ice cream bar. Oh yeah, that's a 99-cent store ice cream bar. Oh, they got it here. It's Disney. How much is that? $3? $9. What the freak? The Disney tax is real, but you is over here talking about, nah, we're not affiliated. The freak, you ain't affiliated. You put your Disney tax on the prices for it being in your park. That means you got to pay for when someone at one of these places in your park. Freak with this statement saying.
It's a lot of back and forth, but Amy, all of us interact with products from big corporations every single day. If we're on our phone, our computer. So if Disney's argument does hold up here, what does it mean for the average consumer?
It means they should be terrified, is what it means, right? Because a reasonable person would not think, because I've signed up for a trial subscription to Disney Plus, that I don't have the right to sue for an injury that happens on a Disney property. Think of all of the various multinational corporations that have tons of affiliates. Do you ever think when you sign up for a website for one product, which you haven't read the terms or conditions, that you lose the right to sue any other product that company has anything to do with in perpetuity? It's terrifying. Yeah. And it is, the lawyer is correct that it's a very surprising and quite frankly unconscionable view to say you never get the right to sue.
Yeah, I mean, to that end, I want to make sure we hit this. If these terms and conditions are viewed as binding contracts, right, the things that we sign or check every day, can regular people actually try to negotiate and get them changed?
You know, there have been a lot of arguments, sometimes against credit card companies, sometimes against other companies where they said, but I didn't read it, but I didn't understand, but I didn't know. And for the most part, these binding arbitration clauses have been upheld only in cases where within those terms of use, the company has not made it clear. There was a case where the company didn't make it clear or didn't clearly explain what is binding arbitration and what are you giving up that the company lost. But you do need to be very mindful of what else this is going to prevent you from doing. If you see something that says, and its affiliates, you have binding arbitration against this company and its affiliates, figure out who that is and then decide whether you...
Yeah, figure out who that is. You know how hard that is to find Disney's affiliates? That's everybody. Assume, if it ain't Universal, Warner Brothers, or Sony, mother freaker, it's a Disney affiliate. God dang, this pisses me off. Let's go ahead and go to some of the callers. I want to get their opinion on this matter, you know what I'm saying? Because I think this is exactly why Disney is upmostly freaking evil. 5-star, what's up?
First things first, I want to say sucks that this happened, but let this be a lesson to people that you need to read that fine print no matter.
You're heartless as You're heartless. Why would you even say
It's
that,
not
bro?
being
What do you mean?
heartless.
Let this be a lesson? This has nothing to do with his wife's death.
Because at the end of the day, I mean, like they say, most people don't read the agreements, and people need to stop doing that.
Why do you say that? Why do you say that? Most people don't read it, so it's okay to put sinister, snaky things there, right?
You should always read the fine print on contracts, anything that any legal paperwork that you sign.
Even if you read the fine print, people will still sign up for that because they're thinking, oh, it's for Disney Plus. I don't think that I'm going to go to Disney World, die years in the future, and then they're going to bring this up, and then that's going to stop me from getting a lawsuit.
That's you being negligent.
You are a cold-hearted, savage motherfucker, especially since you a motherfucking Mexican who's freaking guest here. You ain't.
In the legal world, legality don't care about feelings and all that shit. It's black and white.
Yeah, I want to hear you say that. I want to hear you say that if they did that to your mom. Shut up. You'll be crying with you know it ain't right.
In the legal
nigga.
world, the legal world does not care about feelings, bro.
No, it ain't.
But I have a question though. So, their argument is he signed up to a month's free trial. Did he continue after that? Because if he didn't, a free trial isn't actually. Did he continue it afterwards?
He signed up.
It was a free trial. That was it. Just a free trial will get you.
Which technically means if you cancel that before, then you're not actually locked into a contract or a binding agreement.
I believe they are. They are.
Well, fuck you.
I think they are. Yes, that's why they're doing this. Even if you get the free trial, they got you.
But at the same time, even at the same time, though, they go, okay, we're not affiliated with that restaurant. Great. Do you know what? Sue the restaurant, because I guarantee that restaurant makes money. Then sue the as well.
Can because it's an affiliate.
Can't.
So that's
they can't sue for that.
Well, no, have they not? No, in their statement though, do they not just say that they're not affiliated with the?
What they're gonna throw out is gonna be him signing up for Disney Plus. Where they
did their statement not say that? Oh, we're not
do you think
affiliated
that that's
with
okay? Do you think that's okay, 5-star? What they're doing?
Legally, they can do it, and yes. So yeah, I'm gonna say yeah.
I mean, we need people in this world who are human and are humane. You are very jaded. You are very dark, and you have no there's no empathy coming from you. Where's your heart, man?
Again,
it's wrong. It's wrong. Just because you can do something, don't mean you should.
Legally, hey, read your fine prints. Because again, he doubled down on it the moment he thought
5-star. Do you read the fine print when you play Call of Duty?
Yes, I read the fine print on everything because I learned.
You're a liar.
Have you ever signed a checkbook? Because that line that you sign your name on ain't a line, brother. It's a sentence.
Okay, so in the fine print of Call of Duty, they say they could deport your family. You're gonna click yes and play Call of Duty?
Hey, I legally signed it.
Full of cat.
I learned the hard way of how contracts work.
I'll read the final print of everything because I don't trust no one.
Read the fine print. Always read the fine print on any type of paperwork.
I want you to know the chat is calling you out for capping heavy right now. No one is believing what you're saying. And that's easy for you to say, right? In your peaceful, nice life that you have. You're alive, breathing air in your lungs. She had her life snuffed out because the waiter and the chef set her up for death after she told them.
Do is instead of
not just nuts.
The actual contract,
the
actual.
Rob, help me out. Please give me some yang to the yin of this negative, dark 5-star.
Listen,
I mean, hey,
what ends this 5-star is that if this line of rhetoric and thinking keeps going, it's gonna get worse and worse and worse.
That's the world of legality at the end of the day.
So you're fine with it getting worse.
Well, you know what? I got a story to tell y'all.
Hold on to it, Trika. We'll get to your story.
No, 5-star. You're trash.
So 5-star.
Let's go to Erdem. Go ahead, Erdem.
Go ahead.
Which social media apps do you use, 5-star?
Honestly, I mostly use my.
Do you have TikTok installed on your phone? Yeah.
Fix
then-
your
then
mic,
shut up.
5-star. You got a bad echo.
Never talk about this subject. Did you ever read that agreement?
Yes, it said it collects your data and all that stuff. Yes.
No, it
Most
just
apps tend
it
to
doesn't
do.
just collect your data on TikTok.
She looks at
It's
every
literally
app
a
you're in.
spy on your phone.
Yes.
It collects data from other apps, other behaviors, everything, and nobody uses that app if they read that agreement.
Yep, I don't have TikTok on my phone.
So you use Instagram. That applies for the Meta apps too.
Yes,
Facebook, Instagram,
that
WhatsApp.
applies for
If you
most
message me
things.
5-star
Most
right
things
now on
gather your
listen,
information. Yes,
5-star.
that
If
is
you
not
message
brand
me
new
right
info.
now,
Listen to Erdem, 5-star. He's trying to call you out for your bull.
if you message me on WhatsApp, Erdem, I like, for example, yellow dildos. In your Facebook, you will get those shown to you. And in the unexpected places, you will see where did this get the data. And nobody can use those apps if they go by the rules that you define. Like, oh, they should read them and act according to that. Then nobody should be using those apps. But we use.
And yet
we
people
have
do
to.
because people don't care to read the fine
No,
print.
not people don't care. We have to.
You don't
use
care
it.
either. You use
There's
it.
no other option. Either you use them or you are not a part of society. So they force that down your throat. They know you have to.
You just had 2 phones.
They know that you have to agree. You have to click accept before you register. You can't say I don't agree with the number rule 13 and I still want to use this app. No, they say you can't do this. But people still use it.
Okay,
It's just
so
abusing
even then,
their power
and
at
then,
that point.
I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying, but even then, you still at the end of the day agree to it. Whether it was one
But
thing.
there are cases. There are cases with these social media apps.
And okay, but again,
internet companies
legally,
that I follow.
you bind yourself to
No,
that.
you are not binding yourself. There are cases that resulted against the company itself. There are examples for that. You can't put something in there on the rule 9.
You can't put unlawful content in a contract.
Yeah, I mean, yes. I mean,
And
we all know you
there's
can't do unlawful
I don't know if
things.
the United States has the same stuff, but there is law, the government law, and there is the rules that you write as a company, which is the agreement, TOS. Your
Yes,
TOS
and-
cannot
and-
go over the board, like lines of government rules. So you
Yeah,
can't
I mean,
say,
yeah,
oh,
that's-
you can harass children here. You
But
can't.
even then, though, right?
can't
Even
put
when
that in
those
TOS.
things are, those TOS are made, right? You have lawyers, you have a group of lawyers, really.
So you think it's
making
illegal
sure
for
that
them
it's
to put,
still-
you can't sue us anywhere if you just use our trial. Like Jody said, they have thousands of companies, affiliates, and
But
everything.
that's the thing, Erdem. It's not that in court is gonna get thrown out. It's when he bought the Epcot tickets. That's where he doubled down essentially on that, and that's where their argument is. It's not about the whole Disney Plus, right? That they know it's gonna get thrown out.
No, we don't. We're not talking about thrown out or like denying the case or something like that. They're straight up saying it's
They're basically
crazy
holding
how
him.
they went out and said you cannot sue us because we have this rule here. I would accept if they said, oh, we f***ed up, or go to the court and
Most companies have
open
that.
as Disney here, win
Some
the
workplaces
case,
have
and don't
that
pay him
also, too,
anything.
where
That's
if you get
okay.
injured in a workplace,
Disney
you
can
can't sue
win
the
the case
company.
5-star. The unethical thing here is them saying you can't sue us. That's f***ed up.
The legal
thing is, on a
world
Disney- on a Disney
unethical.
So many
levels.
The legal world has unethical in it. Again, people are gonna
That's our
complain and be
point.
upset about this all day, and it's not gonna change anything. Legality is legality at the end of the day. There's fucked up shit in
Legality is
Bro, you a
legality.
goddamn savage, bro.
What the heck am I hearing from this guy?
Dark world you're in, bro. You need to.
That's the
not
world.
pattern.
That's the legal world. The legal world is
Nah,
a very
bro.
fucked up place.
Hey, he's for real, not
you
more.
accepting it is bad, bro. You laying down and accepting that this woman lost her life when she said
It's a
7
tragic
times.
thing. It's a tragic thing.
7 times.
It's a
And they
tragic
still
thing.
brought out nuts and dairy. And
Look,
I haven't
I
heard you say
understand
one
that.
until I just said it like
Where
that.
they-
I haven't heard
where
you say one
the
time.
goal is
Ain't
instead of
that
suing
sad.
the restaurant,
That's the
sue
problem.
the actual individuals. 'Cause you're
I
not
never
gonna
heard you
win.
say that was
against the
sad until I
restaurant.
just said it right now. That's a problem.
I literally
Five-star.
said that earlier. I literally said they should have sued the individuals. They should
I'd
not
have
have
sued every
sued.
mother.
5-star, let's
Because-
give
Thing
an
is, on a Disney
There's a
Plus.
poll in the
Let's-
chat. Let me know if 5 stars full of crap or not.
Let's give an example. A really basic example. If I'm recording your webcam through not just anime, and I have your nudes, and I have all the rights over them, and people accept while registering, does that give me the authority to use them? They accepted it. Just answer.
Yeah.
What?
If you accept
out here,
man. Wow.
You're trash, bro.
Read some
You're
shit and you
freaking
accept
trash. How do
that
you get
shit?
this
Hey, bro.
trash? How much garbage do you need to get this
Legality-wise?
trash?
That's like saying I send a nude to someone because they're assuming it's now their
So
picture and they can post
five
it.
star is Thanos. He's Oscar the Grouch. Anybody else want to chime in with their opinion in light with what Erdem said? J Mecca, do you want to give your opinion? Welcome to Jody's Corner. Feel free to unmute, brother.
Can y'all hear me?
I hear you fine. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
In all honesty, I'm in a loss of words with this whole situation. This is some crazy work. This is very sad. I've noticed that Disney has every time there's something going on with this company, it seems like they have some victim mentality. It's always someone else. It's never the other person. It's never them. It's always the other person.
They have a gotcha clause, a gotcha moment, a retort, a mirror force. Yeah,
exactly. It's like you use Disney Plus, knowing that people don't read like that, to get ahead of something like this. It's like if it was already planned. I don't know. It's been a lot of examples from the Johnny Depp to the Jonathan Majors to the Bo DeMaios to the it seems it's always something with this company. It's always something, and this is some sad for a man to lose the love of his life, and you basically sit there and say, "Oh well, sorry, but we can't do nothing for you because you signed up to our punk app." I don't know.
The judge, when this goes to get decided by a judge, the judge is gonna horse laugh at this shit and throw it out. But that's besides the point. The fact that they're even doing this, the fact that this clause exists, the fact that they will do this if the judge does not throw it out. My dude Knock Shuttle says, "What's up, Jordan? Everyone, just stopping by though, as it's my birthday in 2 hours. Have a great stream. Hashtag Team No Sus. Happy birthday,
Team No Sus. Let's go."
Knock Shadow, tell me what you want me to do for you tonight, bro. Let me know. But we in this heavy with the Disney situation and them being evil as freak.
I go next?
Yeah, man. You said you had a story.
Yeah.
Trico, go ahead, man.
Listen.
I ain't
never been to a Disney park since 2022. And every story that I hear is just like, and plus this story here, it's been nothing but nonsense, gender-based, stupid that's been going on. From this to Disney fight with Ron DeSantis, a dude playing in the small worldwide pool when he was on meth, a person diving in the water at Disney World near the Big Thunder Mountain. It's like, what the heck is going on? Like, y'all don't see this shit I'll be doing? It's like, that's why I stopped. Like, I'm a theme park rider. I stopped effing with Disney World and I go to Universal because
I'm going to Universal tomorrow.
Yeah, Universal don't F with the agenda and the bullshit that Disney is doing. Yeah, Universal is at the top king
they're
now.
better.
Disney is scared. Disney is scared. And every universe is coming here to Orlando. We are getting freaking Nintendo World. We're getting freaking Dark Universe. We're getting freaking everything that's coming here.
Y'all still ain't got Nintendo World yet? That's crazy.
Next year.
Nintendo Land.
And Disney they're gonna be down. They was on top of the mountain for years, but now they are sinking. And you know why they're sinking? Because all of the that you be doing. You don't care about the fans. You don't care about being, what's the word? Like, genuine to the people. You don't. You're not for the people. You think you are, but you're not.
Yes, they're right. They're not. They're definitely not for the people. Bolt, do you want to chime in on this situation?
Well, first of all, I have Disney Plus, but it's through my brother, and I ain't paying for shit from them. For a free trial in 2019 is wild.
But it is legal though. See, but it is legal. This is why I always say laws don't mean they're good. All laws aren't perfect. Some laws are bad.
This shit saying into perpetuity.
In
forever?
perpetuity, yeah.
Fuck.
So and this is like next to those album deals, bro. In perpetuity for the existence of the galaxy. They use the word galaxy in there somewhere. Like, what the freak? Even if we leave this planet in 100 years and we go to another planet, you can't get paid. We own you.
Well, they gonna have two hearings because I would have been up for murder right next to this. Because you're not finna just my wife and then she dead forever. And since I watched Mulan one time back in 2019, yes. I gotta suffer the consequences for y'all negligence. Put nuts and dairy in my. That's wild.
Mind you, the morgue found that she passed away due to both of the allergies she said she had, which was dairy and nuts, and they gave her dairy and nuts, and she's a doctor.
And I know they got the receipt from the menu. I know they have to put that in the requirements for the table that they was eating at. Hey, no dairy, no onions. That it be on your on the receipt of what you bought. So like, nah, you gotta give me a fade.
Yep. And then some.
Yeah, for sure.
So
doing all of that.
So that's why laws are not always good, and that's why this capitalist society that we live in, bro. This is just capitalism, is all it is, bro. All it is. I can say, I'm gonna deliver almost a monopoly product, a streaming service. I mean, there's only like 5 or 6 that we really care about. I mean, only 6 in the country, right? Maybe 6 up, 1 of 6. You can put what the freak ever you want in there, especially when you have IP that is exclusive to your streaming service, which is all children's top tier stuff is on Disney because of their library. You could make a contract that has this in it and trust that people won't read it because they want it. And then even you can trust that even the ones that do read it, they'll think, whatever. I don't know what this means exactly, but in the future I'm going to Disney, I'm good. And they know that people will still press accept because of the probability of something happening to them where they would sue Disney.
But think about $1 billion franchises that's under Disney. They took Star Wars. They got the Marvel Universe.
Yes.
The Simpsons on this. They got a whole bunch of shit on there. And it's unfortunate that you can just they can throw out a general rule out in that hole. And unfortunately, this man and his family, a doctor. We lost a doctor.
Correct. We lost a prime citizen. So yeah, it's good to see that we're all in alignment here. Most of us so far. We haven't got to other people. 5-star is trash. Rob, do you want to go before I go to Black Ronin?
Yeah,
like other companies don't have
I'm really simple. It's really simple. They try to make stuff complicated. This is wrong. This woman said 7 times that is this dish right. People who have allergies know when something ain't right. They know the smell. They know the touch. I used to have allergies. I know what walnuts smelled like when I got something wrong. So she probably knew that there was something up with it 7 times, but she still had faith that the waiters did it right, that the people listen.
I don't think she would be that dumb. I feel like that's just dumb. If you suspect nuts and you still take them, I mean, you got to take some type of accountability for that. It's only when you put trust that there's nothing really in your after you told them that you have an allergy, and you trust in them, and that's how you get hit.
Yeah, I think that the trust.
You're gone.
Was there because 7 times. Usually people it's like 1 or 2 or 3, and then they're like, okay, I'm gonna try it. 7 times. that means that there was a whole process that table was going through, and the cooks to the waiter, somebody was probably just like, "F it." She asked it 7 times.
Yeah,
it just gave this lady this food. We know how the real world works.
Paid you to me.
They should get sued. Disney is hoes. I've been had my pirate hat on. Captain America was right. They're full of agendas.
He was right.
Freak Iron Man.
And I'll be honest,
I'm not signing no cores no more.
It's too expensive to take your kids to freaking bro.
Yeah.
To take your kids to Disneyland is $1,000. If you want to take them to Disneyland and have a semi Disney experience, because you just getting into the park, that ain't gonna cut it.
That's disrespectful.
That's not gonna cut it.
$14 for
the Universal annual passes is more cheaper than what Disney is doing. Like the annual passes that Disney is doing is such.
I took a vacation. I went to Disney World in Christmas. It was 10 days. When I went away to Florida, I was away for 10 days. $14,000 is what that cost me.
What?
It cost me
do one park or multiple
that
parks?
one trip. It was 7 days, 8 nights. It was 8 days, 7 nights. Some of them. It was 9. It was 9 nights, 10 days. It's $14,000. It took me like 4 months to pay off the credit card bills and the debt for that one trip. That killed me, I'll never do that again. We got the experience. We spent Christmas at Disney World. Good. We got pictures for show. Unless some other good happens to me, we ain't going back. But that is ridiculous, bro.
Christmas is a bad time to go to Disney, and
I couldn't even afford to stay the night on their property. I had a hotel offsite somewhere down the road. If you actually spent if I spent the 10 nights at Disney, close to $25K, because them rooms are like $900 a night.
That's crazy.
The house runs the money.
Crackhead.
That's how you treat families that you say you care about. Okay.
They don't.
Yes.
So this doctor, what I'm saying is this doctor could afford it though. She and her husband, she's a doctor, NYU. She makes lots of money. So she still spent thousands of dollars to go to Disney World. That's just kills
and that's
me.
why I would say Disney only catered to the people who got the money, like the upper class folks. They don't care about the middle class, and they don't care about the low class.
Or the Make-A-Wish kids.
Yeah, I will say one thing about this, though, to be quite fair. And I don't know how it works in America to over here, right? So if you're over here and you have a allergy, right? See, every menu and every place you go has the allergens on the menu for that meal.
Yep.
And if you go, I want to have this, but I have an allergy to that, can you make it without?
I was at Disney World. I was at Epcot.
I guarantee you this what you're going to hear.
Trixie,
off, no.
I was at the same
No,
park
we can't
that
make
they
it with
were
nothing
at.
else. Pick something allergic to you.
They have Disney World's 4 parks. I was at Epcot, the same one that she died at.
Yeah.
And I went to a restaurant, and it was I don't know, where you get to see the chipmunks and the characters come to your table and say hi and all that. You tell them, we told them the allergies, and they jotted it down, and they let us know what we can. They did it. Obviously, not at the restaurant she went to.
That's crazy. So we do it different here, man.
How do you do it?
That's crazy. Over here, you can send you what you can and can't have before you even order it. But
wait, you said what?
With the streaming contract, here's the thing, right? So you've read some streaming contract terms. On a streaming contract, right? With that terms and conditions of like you can't sue us due to injury, that's probably thinking, well, no one in my house has epilepsy. We're not going to have a fit from watching some in your streaming class. It's a very open term. But like, yeah, what they're doing is wrong morally, and it's disgusting. And I hope it gets thrown out. That's my piece on it.
That will get thrown out, but not the other one.
That's a trash lawyer. Like, how do you go to work knowing you for the whole family?
That's why.
Piles of money.
What do they say? It's insurance salesmen, lawyers. These are some of the more scummy type of jobs. You know
like
people
you on the wrong side of this.
Criminal defense lawyers. You know, you got to defend somebody who ate 3 babies and murdered his wife and blew up his house. Like that's wild. So like those type of jobs, that's a job I could not do. I really hope that people see exactly who Disney is after this, because they're pieces of shit, scummy. That's what they are. John Quan, welcome. What's your take?
Well, my take is Disney is trash for this. I'm sorry for her family, because they lost someone.
Yeah.
And Jody, you're absolutely right. She's a prime citizen.
Yeah.
And personally, I just feel like it's just like literally anything. It's like any restaurant or any type of like when you go to like certain parks and they got like the carousels and they got like the roller coasters and just like like you go to like a
carnival,
like a pretzel, like a carnival or something.
Yeah.
How do I know that if I get on the ride, that like if I get on like a roller coaster or something, that it's not gonna like go off the tracks? Or
yeah, you don't.
How do I know that if I go on a carousel, that the carousel's not gonna fall apart on me like while I'm on it, and then I end up getting hurt or possibly getting hurt from injuries or dying or whatever? It's like,
You know what? I'm glad you mentioned that, because there was that story. I don't know if y'all remember this story, but like this kid went out the Orlando ride and went up to the thing, and that thing just like he ain't had his seatbelt on correctly, and he just died from that.
You talking about the fat kid?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was terrible. That was instant death.
I mean, there was
Team
an
Parsa
incident
lost
in
shit like that.
Six Flags over Texas. A lady died on the Texas Giant, but they got a wrongful lawsuit, and she fell out that hole too. She was a big, oversized lady. She shouldn't have been in there, but they got a $3.4 million settlement.
That's terrible.
Disney said not over here.
That's terrible that they had to go through that, but good that they got 1.4 more than that's 1.4 more than this family's potentially going to get after they did what they did, bro. It's absolutely freaking crazy and it's foul. Once again, John Wooten, sorry. Welcome, and it's good to see you. What's your take on this Disney stuff? You look like a guy who appreciates his Disney. You look like you grew up on a lot of the Disneys and you love the Disneys. Look like you still love the Disneys. Is that velvet? Is that a velvet jacket, sir?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, to be honest, I did grow up during, I was born and grew up during Disney's second renaissance of their animated films. So,
oh, you got a glove on too.
Yeah, well, just this hand, because I got a bit of a cut here that I don't want to
expose.
So that
understandable.
Just this one.
That's
and for the record, I know some of you are thinking I'm Luke Skywalkering it, but
that's a meaty glove too. That looks very cosplayish.
Thick.
Yeah, it's a very thick.
I got this off of an airsoft, online airsoft thing.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Cool.
To be honest, I thought it would be just as good as a winter glove, but.
So yeah, what are your thoughts about the whole situation?
I mean, this is so just so I got this right, it sounds like this lady died from basically from a food allergy. Is that right? Is that what I'm saying? Is that what I'm hearing right? Somebody served her something that she wasn't supposed to have, and is that right?
Yeah. Yes. Yep.
Yes, sir.
I know about the whole allergy thing. Like we have this sort of thing at the restaurant that I work at. There's a sign there that says, "Tell us if there is any allergy situations that you have that we should know about, and we will not serve this stuff." And one of my sisters is actually allergic to seafood, so she has to let So she has to avoid places that serve seafood.
Oh, not only do they have to avoid places that. So if they have seafood on the menu, she won't eat there.
No, even
you know why?
Places,
because they even fry the French fries in the same grease that they fry the fish. You can't trust it.
Yes, which is why the only chicken place that she can eat at is KFC.
Damn.
She could eat at Chick-fil-A too, right? Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, and Chick-fil-A, yeah, that too. But
and Popeyes.
If it's anything else, Church's Chicken, Popeyes, Lee's, nope.
Yeah.
They serve fish, so that's no bueno.
Is it fish and shrimp? Anything from the ocean? Shellfish too?
Well, actually, we actually recently found out that apparently, it's like only one type of fish that she's not allergic to. Everything else.
What is
shrimp,
it?
Salamander, catfish.
She can eat catfish?
No.
What's the fish that she can
She can't
eat?
eat catfish. She can't eat salamander. She can't even eat shrimp.
So let's
Or
get.
even
What's the
seaweed.
one fish that you said she can eat?
I don't know. It's like a little tiny little. It's like the little round white thing. She cooks
Clams?
bacon. She cooks it with bacon.
A sand dab.
Oysters.
I don't know. It's a little
A sa-
small little fish.
a sand dab.
It's not sushi. It's
It's a white ball, a sand dab.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I forgot what the name of it is, but I know what it looks like. So.
Okay. Or a scallop, yeah. Or a scallop. So yeah.
It's scallop. That's what it is. Scallop.
Okay. So
She's not allergic to scallop. So.
So Disney's saying because you have Disney Plus, a Disney streaming service that you watch. So one would say that you're taking part in this affair. Do you think that Disney is right for doing this? How do you feel about the company that you love now?
Well, as Morgan Freeman once said, bullshit.
Bullshit on the company or on what I just said?
All of it. All of it.
Do you trust Disney?
The rule is stupid. The conditions and terms is stupid. Disney Plus is stupid. Disney is stupid for even letting these people even serve this woman food that she's allergic to, told them that she's allergic to, and like I said, I work in a restaurant. I know better than to serve somebody something that they are allergic to. Even when we're serving specials and they have peanuts in it, we know we're not supposed to serve people the stuff that has peanuts if they are allergic to said peanuts. I'm sorry.
Is that a shower door?
This is something that I'm just passionate about. Food is something that I'm.
It's a very interesting wallpaper you got there. Is that a shower door over there on your left side?
I'm doing this in one of my bathrooms.
That's a pretty
because
cool
it's like
bath.
the only place where I can. It's the only place where I can actually do this without being.
There's no echo at all in your bathroom. That's insulated very well. It has good audio coming out of there.
Well, I mean, it's very small. So
Did you just take it?
It smells like somebody took a piss in there and didn't bother cleaning it up.
Are you sure it was a or a number 2?
Whatever. It smells off. Something smells off.
Tell the truth. What is, it smells? It stinks in there, huh? So it smells bad. I gotta tell you. I don't know if anybody's braved a smelly bathroom for me. I gotta say that I feel special. You come in here and you sit down in someone else's air fecal matter, and you took that for me. I appreciate that.
Hey, kind of like the code, didn't you?
And also, you're serious? $900 a night just to stay at their hotels.
Yes, it was 900, and that wasn't even the best room. That was like an entry level room to stay at that motherfucker. They had ones that were like thousands a night. Yes. And believe it or not, there were people there who had money who were sleeping in that. They had money, but I felt accomplished because I did something in my life for my kids that I never could have done for me. I never had, none of us. I grew up with 3 brothers and sisters, so it was 4 of us. Disneyland's, I'm super poor, so I went into debt to do it, but it took about 4 months. By the summer of 2023, I got out of that debt that I did it. It wasn't really smart, but it was smart because they got an experience of a lifetime. So.
Yeah, but seriously, $900.
Hey, as long as you got out of it.
I got out of it.
I spent $1,300 just to fix something on my car, and that's
yeah.
And $1,300 for me is basically like 3/4 of 2 paychecks.
It's not suede, it's velvet. Is that a Harry Potter cosplay?
What?
Is that a Harry Potter jacket?
Doctor Who.
Ah, Doctor Who.
Yeah, it's to be honest, I have 3 of these.
You have 3 of them.
One is black, another one is blue. This here is green.
Okay. I'm glad that you understand that what they're doing is wrong. That says that you have a heart unlike 5-star. You know what I'm saying?
And they need to lower their prices at these places because seriously, I bet inflation probably has something to do with it. But seriously, $900 a night, that's an outrage. For the record, for any of you guys in the chat, don't even let your girlfriends pay for it.
Great advice. Thank you so much.
Hey, John, we appreciate you too for working in the fuel industry and taking it seriously too.
Correct.
Because that's, yeah.
Thank you, John. And we're live here every Friday, 3 p.m. Jody's Corner.